Now I got to cut you.
Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman, you know the vibe. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first in the 15. Drop a comment down below. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation. Shout out to the Mailroom Goons. We're here to talk about a teaching moment. We got a teaching moment here. And often we have to have teaching moments in order to keep the culture moving in a way that is conducive and good to the people. Okay? So we're going to have that teaching moment. Get on the bus and let the professor take you to school. Are your eyes really open? Are your eyes really open? The pineal gland, or the third eye, is the most heavily targeted and poisoned gland in the human body, mainly due to its spiritual influence. It has the human awareness. A closed pineal gland means that the mind can be easily deceived as it struggles to look beyond what is present in front of it. An open pineal gland acts like a truth detector by being able to pick up on the subtle inconsistencies presented by the United Snakes. United Snakes, make no mistake about what I'm saying, United Snakes, that may be used as a veil to conceal its true intentions. Now we all know they have concealed their true intentions. And part of how they do it is through the educational system, through the religious system, and through its judicial system. Now, those subtle inconsistencies, often, even in religion, we don't follow up, or we don't follow up on the information that's being presented, or even some of the pastors, the bishops, the preachers, they mislead you based on culture, a cult of personality, prosperity, because it enriches them for you to continue to believe as you believe, but at the same time, those individuals know the truth, but they continue down the path of a rabbit hole. Now, this is not conducive to moving a culture further than what it needs, further than what it should be. They're consistent in what they're doing, and they're working with the system because the system grants them all sorts of kind of perks to continue to teach you in the way they teach you, and you follow it wholeheartedly without question, without doubt, without fear. But it's the very thing you should fear is the educational system and the religious system that they keep pouring down your throats, and you keep swallowing it Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. All I'm saying is that go outside the box, pick up some other things and read it, challenge those things that you have been taught, and challenge the things that the preachers and the pastors and the reverends try to present to you on a daily basis, or especially on Sunday school. I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm asking you is that quit drinking the menticide. Quit drinking the menticide. The indoctrination that is occurring in the melanated community is on purpose. As long as you continue to follow that trend, you'll always remain as a third-class citizen. Because we lack substance, we lack integrity, we lack loyalty. Because we're loyal to the wrong things. We're loyal to titles. We're loyal to, and case in point, Damu and Kiwe. No matter how many times I present the truth in regards to what the history of it is, they'll wind up defending the name They'll define, if it's the Crips, they defend the Crip name. If it's the Pyrus, they defend the Pyru name. And it's solely based on name itself. It has nothing to do with the information, because the information that's coming in, they don't like it. They don't like to hear it presented in that way. But everything has a duality. There's up and down, yes and no, open and close, him and she. And the moment you understand that there's good and bad and everything, there's opportunity and non-opportunities, all spaces are filled, whether positive or negative. You get to choose which space you want to be in. We create this life. We fashion this life with our own two hands. And the moment you start understanding that, the moment that you realize that you can put your own life together and build your life and structure it in a way that has upward mobility, that has insight, foresight, to where you know what your life is going to be 5 years down the road. Now, if you think it from a limited capacity and you think that smoking blunts, drinking drink, taking perks, bikes, whatever, if you think that is right there is going to sustain your life and carry you over to a way that is warm, fulfilling, and prosperous, you got to check yourself on that. Because those things are out there for the very reason why they're out there is to keep you stumbling along the obstacle course. It helps aid you to remain in that addiction. See, because we come from slavery to Jim Crow to Ku Klux Klan to now we're in what is called Jim Crow Esquire. Jim Crow Esquire Jr. is the result of everything that's going on now, because everything now is running through laws. All the slavery and all the holding you back and keeping you from getting to the next level is based on the laws of this country. And that's why it's important that you control your own resources, you control your own communities, you control your own process of getting things done. And how you do this, you formulate your own parties. Get past your pastor. Don't worry about your pastor. If your pastor want to remain over there, let him do that. But as us as a people, if we came together collectively, we'll be able to do a great deal more than what's being done now. We are being far too long have we been our own enemies. And we just like each other for the simplest reasons or for just nonsensical things. But we must get out of that type of thinking. Everything we know and learn, we got it from the slave master. Everything we know about Jesus came from the slave master. We came here and learned how to do various things, but we also, the people that they brought here was astronomers, mathematicians, builders, was able to run massive land and create growth amongst the land. You understand? But they reduced us to niggas. Niggas was created here. And then we got to the point where we started assimilating to their names. We start calling ourselves Al Capone, Frank Nitti, just to name a few names, because we wanted to emulate that lifestyle. And then we got into the racketeering and stealing TVs and stealing radios. And just like the brother Ben X said, we can't now steal them because they stole us. You can't be the people that something, when they perfected it, when they introduced it. Where we come from, we didn't know the type of violence that they do. And they unleashed some people when they dropped the atomic bombs at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That was without even second guessing it. Killed millions. Killed millions. And this is the history. This is the history of the white man. But yet you still want to continue to follow him and follow his direction, his understanding. You know, Democrat, Republicans, right wing, left wing, blue and red, all belong to the same bird. But you refuse to question it because you might have a good $30, $40, $50, $60 hour paying job and you feel that you're okay. Until that one lonely night you're traveling home all by yourself and they happen to pull you over and they remind you of you being a nigga. And I don't even like to use that word. Sometimes I have to use it in order to articulate the message. But I hope this has been as good to you as it is to me. And all I want to do is continue to build the community. And sometimes I have to go outside of my circumference and say certain things to certain individuals. I don't feel good about it, but sometimes it's necessary. I won't make a habit of it, you know. Shout out to my brother Ayatollah. Shout out to brother Reggie Wright. Shout out to Keefy D. You know. But I just want to share for a moment and hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, because at the end of the day, I want better for my people. I want culture awareness, culture responsibility, culture competence, and responsibility. But we can't have that without accountability. Accountability is going to be at the front of that. So until we understand that we got to move as a unit, we'll constantly be defeated and divided based on things that were given to us as a construct. Again, niggas was created in America. They didn't come from the continent. A lot of us don't even know where that we're indigenous to this land that we're standing on. But they have soared so much confusion and dissension into our culture that we now underestimate, and undervalue each other. Because another black man will kill another black man without a blink. For something as simple as vagina, car, rims, shoes, and the list go on and on and on and on. But there was a guy named Napoleon Hill. He said one of the greatest emotions, strongest emotions that a man has is the ability is sex. But if he somehow harnessed that energy and harness it and transmute it to a monetary equivalent, he'd be that much further ahead in life. In other words, the time that you spend running around chasing at the coochie, if you put that time and energy into building your life, sustaining your life, putting your foundation in, you wouldn't have to look for no woman. They'll line up for you. They'll line up for you. Present themselves in a way as a traditional woman. And I know some of these modern women have lost their way, but there's still a lot of value in the traditional woman. So men, you must show the leadership and the demonstration to get our women back into sorts. Get them back into being traditional women. Because a lot of these young girls think that it's okay to have a baby before they get a ring. But know this, man, that you're controlled over marriage and dating. Women control sex and who gets born. And I know this is kind of a mixture of things what I'm telling you, but I had to go down a list of things in order to get to the final point to talk about. It all begins with the pineal gland, your third eye, your spiritual influence. This is why everybody's so off balance. So be aware of the things that you take in. Have clarity, insight, read more, study more, and research more. With that said, Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman, click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share, and drop a comment down below. And we'll get back to you. It's been a pleasure. I'm out.
Now I got to cut you.